Database unlocked. Welcome, S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. Information on the Incredible Hulk, also known as Bruce Banner. Bruce Banner, son of Brian Banner and Rebecca Banner. Bruce is a single child who has suffered immense amounts of abuse from his alcoholic father, who had also killed his mother after an argument, creating a split personality Hulk to help cope with Bruce's pain. Bruce Banner was raised in a foster family and would become a scientist. He had worked for the government to create a gamma bomb. Once testing was ready to begin, Bruce noticed his friend Rick Jones was still on the test site. He would run out and save his life, resulting in him turning into the Jolly Green Giant, known as the Hulk. The Hulk was his split personality that was created before, but now it was its own entity, capable of letting out all of the rage Bruce had inside of him. Over time, other personalities would emerge. The Grey Hulk, who would call himself Joe Fixit, was smarter and had much more control of his stability, mostly only using his wits to smuggle some cash and use his strength to impress women. This personality doesn't emerge often and hasn't been seen in a couple years. Then there is the Savage Hulk, who would usually only emerge when Hulk got extremely mad, going from a lighter green to an olive dark green. This persona of Hulk seems to be the strongest version we've seen so far, making the Hulk less intelligent and throwing tantrums. He doesn't seem to know when he is in this state. Last time we've seen this persona was when Onslaught had taken over Bruce's mind and forced the Savage Hulk to emerge.
I am Kang, and I've seen more to this monster than this database ever has. The future will unleash Worldbreaker Hulk, or to his people, the Green Scar. This personality is almost identical to the original Hulk, but after being shot into space, forced to fight against new friends, finding a new home, as well as a new wife, which was all taken from him in an instant. It had created a different personality, instead of changing him into the Savage Hulk. This enraged monster went back to Earth, attacking anyone who got in his way, from forcing the Illuminati to pay for the pain they had caused him. This creature was almost unstoppable during his rampage through New York City.
Bruce is often seen as a threat to many people, but he still has plenty of allies to back him up. His most trusted friend is the man he saved, Rick Jones.
MODOK will get his big head involved and turn this kid into a scaly blue creature with the help of altered gamma radiation. He would luckily be able to control his new body, defeating opposing enemies and joining the Avengers, doing his best to try and help his friend just as much as he has for him.
There is also Bruce's current lover, Betty Ross, daughter of General Thunderbolt Ross. She despises her father for going after the Hulk, and often helps calm the Green Giant down. After defeating Loki, Hulk would be a part of the founding members of the Avengers, a team he is still on as of this day. They accept both Banner and Hulk on their team, regardless of the challenges they face. Bruce and Tony Stark have built multiple versions of a Hulkbuster suit, capable of stopping the Hulk in case of an outrage. Bruce's cousin, Jennifer Walters, was saved by him through a blood transfusion, which had also turned her into a cream-skinned Goliath. Often sticking to being a lawyer, she will sometimes help Bruce with her fists. And then there is Hulk's favorite sparring partner, Ben Grimm. Both men were transformed into different beings, and like to take out their frustration by boxing with one another in the Avengers Tower. He is always down to help Hulk whenever he can.
The Worldbreaker had also formed friendships with beings on Sakaar. Another rocky ally, who went by Korg the Cronin, lost his brothers in the arena, but still kept his heart of gold, making sure to keep his new allies safe. Aloy Kaifi, daughter to an opposition of the king, tortured and thrown into the arena after watching her family perish. She would meet a group of misfits, who she would deem to be her new family. Haroim the Shame, originally a priest, and vowed to never harm an innocent individual. He was forced into battle after he had failed to save his people from the king. He devoted the rest of his life to protecting his new friends. Meek the Unhived, maliciously attacked by the king, losing his entire hive and becoming a ruthless warrior in the arena. He would also develop a heinous obsession with the Worldbreaker. No Name of the Brood, after she had escaped her planet before it was consumed, her ship was shot down and crashed into Sakaar, killing most of her colony, taking her and the rest into the arena. And of course, Hulk and Bruce's beloved wife, Kyra Oldstrong, manipulated and deceived, but eventually coming to her senses, as well as falling in love with both personalities, helping them remake Sakaar. Hulk's rogue gallery consists of, and is not limited to, Samuel Stearns, also known as the Leader. He was known to be the trash man, because many of his co-workers felt he didn't fit in with the short intelligence he had. After being left behind during the testing site, his mind was transformed, and he became extremely smart, feeling everyone else was inferior. He wants to manipulate the Hulk so he can take over the world. Philip Stearns, the Madman, Stearns' brother, and equally obsessed with power. Philip was also a scientist working on gamma radiation, and after seeing both his brother and much hated coworker Bruce Banner become more powerful than they were before, he injected himself with a new batch of the radiation, causing him to turn into a disgusting beast. General Thunderbolt Ross, an ally of S.H.I.E.L.D., yet we don't fully agree with his desire to kill the Hulk. Ever since Bruce came into contact with the gamma radiation, he has been hunted non-stop by General Ross. Yes, the General. The man who lost his sanity and became the very thing he wished to destroy. Going to Samuel Stearns for assistance on becoming stronger than the Hulk, he became a burning, rageful monster, and slowly lost his mind. Emil Blonsky, also known as Abomination, a man that worked for the military and was second in command from General Ross. Blonsky was tested on and was given a mixture of the super soldier serum and gamma radiation. He transformed to counter the Hulk, but was defeated and sent to the Cube, a prison created for gamma-radiated monsters. He escaped shortly after and hasn't been seen since. Carl Creel, also known as Absorbing Man, a man who got caught in the way of Loki's mayhem when he first attacked Earth. Being given a magical potion, he would be able to absorb any material and fuse it with his body. First going after Thor, he would turn his attention to the Hulk, often battling him and trying to absorb his power. Simon Utrecht, also known as Vector, would try and replicate the Fantastic Four's abilities. He would gather 3 other people, 2 siblings, Jimmy and Ann Darnell, who would become X-Ray and Vapor, as well as a man named Michael Steele, who would turn into Ironclad. Simon was using gamma radiation to perform this test, and Bruce would interfere, trying to prevent them from toying with what they couldn't control. He failed, and the 4 humans turned into monstrous creatures who now had a vendetta for the Hulk. Vector's powers are inflamed energy-based. Vapors are toxic and can be used to suffocate, as well as turning herself into an untouchable gas. X-Ray was killed by the radiation, but right after was given regeneration abilities, causing his body to become only bone, and would be encased in an energy field. Ironclad was beefed up into a metal monster capable of altering his weight and throwing devastating punches. Together, they call themselves the UFOs. Bybeast was a result of Philip Stearns' repeated defeats. Wanting to find a solution to defeating the Hulk, he built a 2-headed android in hope it would have double the intellect. This would end up backfiring, resulting in one head becoming a mindless rage monster and the other having somewhat of a functional brain. The android was sent out to capture Bruce Banner and came into contact with gamma radiation, causing the robot to become more lifelike and unable to be destroyed. The creature was still ultimately defeated and locked up in the cube. Hulk Killer was also a robot, but built by the opposite brother, Samuel Stearns. Being the petty brain he was, he developed an even better robot, which was actually able to defeat the Hulk, resulting in the Avengers swooping in and taking the robot out. As of now, it is locked up in the helicarrier, shut off, and in pieces. Lastly, Metal Master, an alien from an unknown planet, arrived on Earth in a metal cocoon, bursting out and immediately wanting to conquer the planet. Luckily, the Hulk was nearby and with Ben Grimm's help was able to take him down. Metal Master has broken out of his cell time and time again due to the struggle to keep his mental abilities at bay. He has been seen taking parts from Iron Man's Hall of Armor, creating a metal suit and keeping his body safe from his now sworn enemy, the Hulk. This beast has quite a journey ahead of himself, After landing on the planet of Sakaar, Hulk was introduced to the ruler, the tyrant, the Red King. Using his mechanical suit to seize his position of power on the planet, Agmo Hassan uses fear and his ability to easily enslave others to his advantage. He had wiped out more than half of life on Sakaar, and chose to put the rest into a gladiator game of life or death, forcing an electrical power terminating device onto whoever opposes him. And of course, his most terrifying enemy will face himself. From years of isolation and being in his own head, the Hulk's unknown identity would fully develop into his final personality, the Maestro. Maestro began to fully take over the other personalities, killing them off and becoming the one in charge of the body. Agreeing with what Ultron felt about humanity, Maestro wanted to perfect humanity. Feeling far superior, this beast would become a tyrant, just like the one he had defeated decades before. Bruce continues to try controlling his split personalities, hoping to one day be able to work together with them all in their own respective ways. Having mental battles in his own mind with all three of them, Bruce chose to not discuss the nightmares he had experienced during Onslaught's wrath. Bruce and Hulk's greatest feats consist of being able to eventually control themselves after Loki had taken control of their mind. They then helped defeat him and send him away with Thor back to Asgard. They have also managed to prevent the leader from using the cube to cause a gamma-radiated outburst across the globe. They aided us in defeating the Wild Wendigo and its curse with another ally, Wolverine. And of course, they were both capable of holding back during the torment Onslaught indulged them in, allowing the heroes to live another day. Bruce's greatest fear is the wrong person getting a hold of his power to transform into the Jolly Green Giant and using it to kill his friends. As of now, Banner has started to attend meditation practices with Iron Fist and Shang-Chi, trying to control his anger. He has yet to let Hulk out again. Now logging out. Goodbye.